everyone, welcome back to Tinovo Shop. So today, what I am going to demonstrate is a Jade technique that I demonstrate for people at show. This is a fat salon ready technique that you can learn. And I am going to take this technique and make a whole set. So I have 3 fingers that I need to complete with Jade technique. And WhatsApp group, can you hand me? And before I started, if you haven't joined yet, this is a group that you can join. Whenever I go on live, I go in here to alert everyone. So this is Tino live stream. You can take a screenshot of this. And I will alert everyone. Every time that I go on live, I go into this group to alert people. Okay, now I'm going to start out my Jade set. So, on this finger, I am going to repeat it on the ring. So, this ring fingers, I'm going to take it out, and I am going to use my green gel colors. And I need jet black. I need sheer black too. Let's see where my sheer black is.
You want to run out and factoring?
Oh, right here. Okay. Let me moderate Tara. Add as moderator, confirm. Alright, let's start it. Now, apply green gel color all over the nails. Just a thin layer here. Now, I'm going to use sheer black on top of the green. Okay, next color is sheer black. I'm curing that fingers. And then the nude that I'm going to use on the middle is Beige Nude. Let me show you. Beige Nude. Okay. Take this out and apply sheer black over. Okay, sheer black. Just a thin layer of sheer black on. Brush it over. Okay, applying sheer black over the surface. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cure this. All right. Lana say one screen is so much better. Okay. I am go ahead and cure that sheer black, and that sheer black is turning this green darker. Now, what I first started out is that I put on a layer of green gel colors on these fingers, and then I go ahead and put on a layer of sheer black after it's cured and it's turned into this color. I will demonstrate for you on a practice finger so you can see. Give me just a second. Okay. So this finger right here, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to do it so you can see how the color turned out. So my green gel colors, I apply one coat. And then I'm curing that. 60-second cure. Okay, and after that, I'm going to apply sheer black on. And before I started, I am going to put in my website. My website is www.𝙤𝙀𝙗𝙡. I'm going to pin it right here. Everything I use is at 𝙤𝙀𝙗𝙡. Okay, so after the green is clear, I am taking sheer black and apply a layer of sheer black on the surface. And it will turn the screen into this color. Okay, into a dark jade color. So that's the layer that I use. Now, after that cure, I am going to go ahead and take white ink out. Make sure that it's shake evenly. Okay, then I'm going to take these fingers. Put on my white ink. Make sure you tap to make sure that it's opaque. Make sure there's a lot of ink on here. I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. So it's like an arrow almost. Tap it on. And then I'm taking my ink and I'm running it over. Right here. Just like that. You see, it's already kind of make like a marble pattern for you. Let what down here dry a little more. I'm going to take my ink, I'm running it over, passing through it, just to break it apart like that. Okay, another one. Okay, so that is the first layer. Now we're going to marble it. So what I am going to use is the Fishtail brush. So I'm taking out the Fishtail brush and some acetone. Put it into the containers. And I need to take our paper towels. Put it in here. And then I'm going to dip in my Fishtail brush. Okay. Now what I do with this Fishtail brush is over here I am going to go into circular motion to swipe it all the way into the center. And when all this ink is become wet, I am going to use that to drag it out. See, when it's wet, it's soaked into your brush. I'm going to do it again down here. I'll wipe it in. You see how it's become wet again on the ink and it's soaked into your brush. You can take it and drag it out. Do it one more time. And don't, when you start swiping, don't lift your brush up. You just stay there. So the ink, you can easily drag the ink out. Okay. Up here, let's do the same thing. You just touch the surface and you just swipe it out like this. And then you can go ahead and drag the ink out. and how you move, that's up to you. I don't move it down like this. I don't go just down like that. But I go down and then I move to the side. I can come back to this side, just like that. Just so the line can overlap each other. You see the difference between what right here and what right here is way different. This corner too. Make sure you just target the edge and you just swipe the edge in, and then you just drag it out. Just like that. And then, see what down here is very smoky. What's up here is like marble already. So you dip your fishtail brush in, and then you just swipe it right at the edge. Don't reach up, don't reach in here. Just start out the edge and you just swipe it in. And when you see a bunch of wet ink, you just slowly drag it out. Don't move too fast. Swipe it in and you go slowly going out. Just like that. Just like shattered glass. Definitely have to practice first. Not practice how to do it, but practice how you can control the pattern. How do you want to move? Definitely have to practice first. What the marble look like, that's up to the way you move. You're gonna make marble no matter what. It's gonna be pretty and flattering or not. Just up to you. You probably gonna watch this video many times just to get the pattern down.
Is this on a slick layer of sort or on cured black?
Yeah, on sheer black.
Sheer black.
Right here. Yeah, I apply green gel color first, and then I apply sheer black right on top and cure. So when it's done, I am gonna take out my stained glass gel colors.
Probably gonna shut down TikTok because.
Okay, I am gonna see this stained glass gel, and I'm using number 10. Okay, I stir it up, and I'm gonna take this. I apply one layer of number 10 stained glass gel right on the surface, just like this. Going on the surface. Now you're gonna cure this. Now, for salon, if you wanna stop right there, you can. You don't have to put on the second layers. However, I will put on the second layer just to make it more in depth, just to create contrast for it.
I will ask Tara whenever Kino gets a moment.
What's that?
Sheer black has the same inhibition layer as stained glass or shadow?
No, it has the same inhibition layer as stained glass. Shadow is a complete different breed. Shadow, you can apply chrome right on it. Sheer black is slightly sticky, just like stained glass.
Is the white a gel or regular polish?
The white is white ink. This ink right here is a hybrid ink. I make with pigment and dye. So it's very vivid. And the way it's moved is way different than marble ink. Marble ink is just so light. Couldn't do anything with marble ink except for just marble. Just tap. And it's not even pretty marbles. So that's why I redeveloped the art ink since the day it started. I want it to be stronger right away. Now, this is a layer of stained glass that I just put on, and I already cured this. So what I'm going to do is take white ink, okay, and apply it on again. My first pattern is like this. So my second pattern, I'm going to go opposite, like that. And you can tap. So a lot of ink can be out, and it's going to be more brightest. Same with this down here. And you do want to take your ink and run over it again like that. Just so it can, so the inside, it can pre-make the marble for you already. See, it's like this one is really white and this one is really faded. See, it's already kind of make the marble pattern for you. Like what down here? Not to stroke of white ink right over it.
So everything you're doing currently is the same thing you did on the first layer?
Yes, same thing on the first layer. Just like that. Okay, now it's all look pretty, but still pretty smoky. So you see the edge right here is all nice and smooth. What you need to do is take the Fishtail brush with some acetone and go in and swipe at the edge right here. And then drag it out.
Are you done with this box, baby?
Yes. And then right down here again. Just like that. See that? Let me zoom in so you can see it clear. Okay, down here. Swipe it in. Wake up all the ink and then you can drag it out. If you move too fast, it might not be as effective as you move slower. Okay. Down here, same thing. Swipe it out and run it down with a Fishtail brush. Again, on this side, you do want to leave a little bit of darkness on the background like that, without any ink go over it, just to create contrast for the design. Swipe it out and run it down. Learn how to move your Fishtail brush so the line can be attractive, like a marble line. My favorite, back in the day, I have to use gel to draw these little lines, and then I have to use a other brush, like a thicker brush, to blend one side out like that. But the Fishtail brush is already do it for you. It creates harsh line and blend line. See the Fishtail brush going in, and you just drag it out just like that. See that? Again, on this side, going in. See, I'm just using one side of my brush, and still, that's a trick for you. Same thing here. Swipe it in and drag it out. Okay? Now, I'm going to put on my second layer of stained glass. Majorly say, when do you know you have enough marble? I try marble sometime. I think I did too much marble. That is something you have to practice. I go through the same phase. Sometimes my marble didn't look like marble. Sometimes it looked like root. You know what I mean? So first you have to learn where these lines go, because these lines, like let me see, like this. Let me draw it out so you can understand the concept. Okay, let me draw this out. So, put the camera a little bit down so you can see. I don't know if TikTok gonna see that or not. Okay, so the marbles, it tend to have a focal point like this, like breaking glass, and the focal point can split into many other points. Okay, so that's a natural pattern of a marble layers. Now, so when you have line like this, you want to avoid having parallel line like that. Then it's not going to look like marble. It's going to look like wave. And then if you have parallel line and then you have line in between that, it's going to look crazy like that. So when you have a line going up here, you want your next line to go the opposite way. Okay. And then another line can meet it. But a triangle shape is more preferable than a line here and then a line here. That's just going to ruin everything. So make sure that you avoid parallelness. Make sure that it's like breaking glass in a flattering triangle pattern.
Apple on TikTok wants to know, is the green stained glass gel have a sticky layer when cured?
Yes. Yes, green stained glass gel have a sticky layer. So you can apply pigment on if you choose to. Now, let's do this. So, second layer don't have, you can apply it really thin, just because you don't want this white to stay white, but you don't want it to be really dark neither, because you want this white layer on top to have a contrast against the dark layer from behind. See, I'm just applying a thin layer on, so the white now is like a light green, and it contrasts with the dark background, and you're gonna add dimension into it.
Thank you, Sosa-san.
See, now easy marble design, just 2 layers if you choose to, or it can be just 1 layer. And that look like real marble. Looks like I'm holding a piece of real marble on it. Here. Okay, and just to dress it up, after I top coat it, I add a line of gold pixie gel around the marble just to make it funner, more flattering. Gold is always go with J for me. I always find it more flattering.
Miss Cheryl says, I met you at Premiere, got a bunch of your brushes.
Awesome. And the Fishtail Brush is one of them, I hope.
And now I'm obsessed.
Yes, the Fishtail Brush are a special creature that I make. It can do not just marble, but it can do splash. It can do all kind of cool effect that other brush couldn't. It's like 2 liner brush, but in the middle, it have a thicker root in the middle, so it can blend the line. It's not just straight line that it do. It's not just sharp line, but it can also be blendy if you want. Let's top coat this before we do anything else to this.
While you're top coating, can you explain a rundown of these steps? Because my video just cut back.
Yes. So what I do, I put on green gel colors. So it's like bright green, the surface. And then what I did on that green is that I take that green right here, and then I take sheer black, and I brush over that green. So it becomes like a deep demille green. Okay. And then after that, I put white ink straight on the surface. And then I use the Fishtail brush to fade out the edge and drag out my marble line. This is a brush that made for marble, strictly for marble, so it can be flattering. Versus back in the day, we use all kind of different brush, all kind of different gels. This Fishtail brush right here on marble is amazing. Apply, so I make white marble over this deep green that I just made. And then I will take stained glass gel and brush it over for colors. So that's 4 steps. Step number 1 is bright green. Step number 2 is sheer black to make the green darker. And if you have a prefer green, deep green color, then you can just apply it. It's just that I did it to show you what sheer black can do also.
So for everyone on TikTok, Tino ships worldwide. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, I ship worldwide.
Questions on that
at Tino Vo's shop. And so that is just 3 or 4 layers. First, you need a deep green layers. Second, you need white ink to marble it. And then third, you need stained glass gel to add color onto it. And then you can just repeat that step to have 2 different layers. Now, I need to take shine it and apply over the surface. Because my Pixie gel that I'm going to put on around this marble now, it doesn't need any top coat. I can just apply straight on top coat. So that's why I top coat this first before I continue the design. Hear this?
So in your language, 𝙑𝙪𝙘𝙗
That why is so beautiful. Come on, come on.
Well, thank you.
Okay, and this now right here, I want a marble tip. So if you miss this step, you will see it again. What I do is I put on my top gel beige nude first, and then I'm gonna make a marble tips.
Thank you, Wild Honey, for sharing the live.
Thank you, Wild Honey. Okay, and since the marble, the jade marble, have many layers, I want to avoid as much layer underneath as possible, because if I put beige nude all over, and then I put a jade marble tip on here, the tip might be a little thicker than the background. So what I do is I take my angle brush, and I cannot remove the tips. So on the beige nude will be only on the nail bed. Taking my angle brush and start removing.
So do you not sand down the nail?
No. Okay, remove this. Remove this on this side too. And then the middle.
Boy, that looks fun.
And then all the excess in the bottom.
So you scrape.
Hear this? Okay. So that's the angle brush I use.
I'm shocked that you don't sand down the nails just because I think it's a bad idea, but I still do it, or else I believe it's going to come out nice.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't sand out the nails.
She's probably talking about the edges, maybe, simple scrape.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to wait for it to cure, and I'm going to paint on the tips. Take this out. Wait for it to cure. So that's going to remove an extra layer that I doesn't need underneath the surface. See, now I have one less layer to worry about. So my tip doesn't get too thick. Now I apply this green gel color on. Just like that. Same on the other nails. On the other side, just like this. Go ahead and drag it down. Go ahead and cure. Then sheer black on top. Okay, this is my sheer black. I'm going to write right onto that green. How long do I put it in UV light for chrome base? Every one of my product I use 60 seconds. every one of my products. Even the one that supposedly only need 35 seconds, I still cure for 60 seconds. Just because it makes me feel safer when I cure for 60 seconds. In that bright green is beautiful. All my gel color are primary for artists, so they can paint. Later on, when I have different gel polish, I will have more demure colors.
What?
Demure colors, more subtle, more, tonal colors. But my first collection of gel color is always primary because I use it mostly for art. Okay, sheer black right on the surface. You don't need much. You only need a thin layer of sheer black.
Can everybody on TikTok see properly? Is it good now?
Just like this. And then go ahead and stroke it down.
Thank you, Shab.
Okay. And then go ahead and cure.
Cure for 60 seconds.
Cure for 60 seconds.
Hi, Lisa.
Okay.
I never thought to add sheer black to the bright green. Always learning something new from Tino.
Yeah, it's make it sexy. It's make it demure.
Good morning, Germany.
Will a black jelly polish work if we don't have sheer black? Yes. Yes.
Well, those are so vibrant. Beautiful.
Sheer black is basically like a black jelly. It's just a tad bit more opaque, but that's it. It's like a black jelly. It's a tad bit more opaque, so I can use it for shading when I paint characters. Okay, now it's already on. Now this is a step that are important. It's white ink. Shake it up. Then I need wood white ink on the surface right here. Tap. You can tap over and over just for it to be opaque. And then you can stroke it through a few times.
So, Lisa, there will be a mystery box, and as tradition goes with mystery boxes, it will be a mystery when we release it.
Yeah. I don't tell people when. Especially now, because now at beauty show, most of my products have been wiped out heavily. I still have it, just very low amount. So, because I go 3 beauty show, I only plan to go to 2, but another one expectantly coming up. So, mystery box gonna be a little late.
We will try to get it before we go to Columbus,
Remember, take a
Ohio.
fishtail brush and wipe it through and run down. This is a fishtail brush that I'm using. Let me zoom in so you can see. Okay, see the fishtail brush? Dip it some acetone. You can use alcohol. If you use a brush brand that doesn't have acetone coating, then you can use alcohol. And start right here at the edge. You work it in, and you can see the white start to move. And when it does, you drag it out. And this brush is built so it can make marble line for you. Same thing here. Dip in acetone and wipe it in. And don't lift up your brush. You keep it on the surface and you drag it out. Just like that. Okay. On this side, same things. Use your fishtail brush and wipe it in. And so you can drag it out, just like that. Okay? Now, after the marble layer, you need a skin layer. And this is when I use my stained glass gels, number 10. I will brush it on here allow about a few seconds for your ink to dry before you apply stained glass gel in, so it don't bleed your ink. Thin layer on. Then I clear. And I'm gonna think about this now, of what to do with it. I can easily make this gold, but you see this now I have beige nude. If this is all gold, it will be a slightly off balance. That doesn't mean that it's not supposed to. In certain style, it can be pretty. That it's just based on opinion and taste. My opinion, my personal opinion, I believe that this nail needs some beige nude so it can have balance between the two nails. So what I'm going to do, apply beige nude on, and then I think about the rest. Because if I don't have beige nude in the pinky, it will be a little off balance. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just, in my opinion, it can be better if it have balance to it. So beige nude on the surface and clear. Okay, this is my beige nude. You want to show TikTok so TikTok can see?
Beige nude.
Beige nude.
Is the stained glass stain polish the same as jelly polish?
No, stained glass is heavily pigmented, and it's made to where it doesn't matter how pigmented it is, it's still see-through. So it's like a super jelly. Because jelly, I will have difficulty making this like contrast and deepness right here. Everything will be light, and when everything is light, I have to put on a lot of coat and layer, and it's just not gonna make my shape flattering. That doesn't mean that you couldn't get by with jelly. It's just a little more less effective. Now, when it comes to this finger, see, it's a time for you to calculate your layers. You see this beige nude, I only have one layer of beige nude. Now this tip right here, that's 3 layers. The first layer is green, the second layer is sheer black, and the third layer is stained glass. So that's 3 layers on here versus 1 layer. So right now it's already off balance. Through application, you can see that it's still flattering. It's not like bumpy. You know, it still look almost flat, but you know that it's not flat. Okay, you know that this layer is slightly higher than the nail bed itself. So my habit is I make 2 layers when it comes to Jade. So I need to put on ink and then put on another stained glass gel. So that will make it 4 layers on the tip. Okay, that's way off balance. So in situation like this, where in between process, if you want to return the balance to it, you can. What I do is that I take top coat, let me shine it. I apply 1 layer of top coat on the entire nail surface, from nail bed to tips. That will level out everything like a light encapsulating layers. See, I apply top coat all over. And if you want, you can even take your brush, which is clean, they don't have any top coat. You can even remove more gel on the tip. So the amount of gel on the tip will be less than the amount of gel on the nail bed. Now, you cannot just put top coat on the nail bed. That would create a separation between the nail bed and the tip, and it's just going to look unattractive. You have to apply all over. But on the tip, you can wipe excess up, so it's thinner. So now the whole surface are leveling. You can cure this.
What is the green nail polish called?
The green nail polish is stained glass gels, and the layer of stained glass gel, the number that I'm using is number 10. Number 10 stained glass gels.
So for those on TikTok, you can get free tutorials on YouTube. Just look up Tino Vo, and or free tutorials on his Instagram account, tinovo.shop. Also, if you contact us on Instagram, we do answer all questions that are relevant to nail growth. Well, they're really loving that spider.
Yes.
Tell them it's almost like a
Okay.
rattlesnake in the desert.
So, right now, you already see me boot stop coat on. Okay, so now the nail is returned to its flatness right here. So before I keep going, I want to file just a little bit. Just like that. Give it little files. Sometimes when I do nail for client, I do this in between just to keep the shape nice and sexy, just sharp. Okay. Then I can dust it.
You mean when you used to do clients?
Yes. Then I'm going to take my white ink, shake it off, and apply my second layer. And that is optional. In salon, you don't have to do 2 layers. You can just do 1 layer. It's perfectly pretty. I do 2 layers. It's just my habit. I like depth. So I chose to do 2 layers. You don't have to. You can just top coat and be done.
I matte then top.
Okay.
Not sure what that means.
Pay attention to the layer carefully. There's no matte yet anywhere. So far, the only green gel color, sheer black to turn the green into a deep emerald, ink, white ink, and stained glass gel. Remember, there's no matte. Have to pay attention to the layering. Okay, now it is time to take this ink and marbleize it. I need a paper towel. Dip your fishtail brush into acetone and start from the edge right here. You wash it in, wake up the ink, and drag it out. Again, wash it in, drag it out. Same thing here. Go ahead and wash it in, and it's already nice. You don't have to drag it out on that part. Down here, you see how it's wavy? You need to marbleize that edge. So with the fishtail brush and acetone, you dip it in. Okay. Move it against the edge and swipe it and drag out your marble line. Sometimes you have to go back and redo it, because if you have too much acetone or alcohol, then the ink will move unpredictably and you're not going to have any line to drag out. So make sure your amount of ink is moderate so you can drag out these marble lines with ease. Again, down here, okay, not too much acetone. Gonna wash it in and drag it out. Okay, when you're happy, you're gonna put on the second layers of stained glass gel number 10. Brush it in.
Thank you, Valerie. Just subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Thank you, my
You will
love.
not be disappointed.
Okay, second layer, beautiful marble here. Now, when it comes to top coats, also tricky. It depends on how you want to top coat it. You can bush shine all over. If you want the nude to be matte and the tip to be shiny, then you have to apply matte first. Take matte and apply it first.
So the hybrid art ink is Air dry?
Air dry, yes. Okay, wait for that to cure. This one is already done curing. I'm gonna leave it here. We're gonna have big plan for this nail right here. It's gonna be, the rest gonna be gold besides the beige for sure. And it's gonna have some green essence in that too. But first, let's worry about these fingers. So I want a complicated way. You don't have to. You can apply shine all over and be done. Most people like that. Most people in salon, they like everything to be shiny. But I'm gonna put matte on the nail bed because I want the nail bed to be matte nude. Okay, you don't want to do this. You don't want to just apply on the nail bed and then put shine on the tip. That's just gonna create a big gap in between. So you want to go over the tip too. Brush it over just to level out that gap. Brush it over. Okay, and then you can remove extra top coat on the bottle like this, so your brush doesn't have any top coat, and then you can just brush it down. It can be really thin, it doesn't matter, because the tip gonna be shiny anyway.
Do we need to put top coat between layers of
Here.
marble?
Here. No, you don't need to put top coat in between the marble. The reason why, see, on this nail, I don't put top coat in between. The reason why I put top coat in between that other nails, that thumbs, is because of the difference between layers. You see, this nude, I put on 1 layers, but the tip have 3 layers. So there's a difference between the nail bed and the tips. That's why I top coat to level it out. So when my playing field is level out, then it's not gonna create too much of a difference. If you keep stacking on the tips, and then on the base, like just 1 layer of nude, and then the tip have like 10 different layers, that's gonna create an off balance. The tip gonna be higher than the nail bed. That's why before I put on the second layer of marble, I top coat from the cuticle to the tip, just to level out my playing field. That is a trick that I use when I work with tips. When I want the nail bed and the tip to have balance, I top coat in between. That have nothing to do with the marble. It have everything to do with nail bed and tips. Because I work with tips a lot. I work with French tip, but not just a normal French tip, but creative French tip. So there always a slightly off balance between the tip and the nail bed, and with that, top coat is needed. Top coat is put it on, so it's level everything out, and then I can shape everything because top coat is no wipe. So then I can file the sides to shape it.
What did you use to create the spider?
The spider, first I put on nude, and then I put on my Teflon Matte. And Teflon Matte is used to block chrome. So I apply Teflon Matte so chrome doesn't stick onto my nude. And then I use black texture gel right here to paint it, the outline of the spiders. And then cat eye right into the spider belly. And then I can chrome everything, and chrome doesn't stick onto my background. That technique, you can see it right here on this pinky. I'm going to do that pinky just like I'm going to do the middle fingers. I'm not going to do the spiders, but the step going to be very similar with the middle nail. And Teflon Matte play a very big role in that nails. Okay, so now everything is matte. Then now I can just take shine and then put on the tip. Before I do that, I need to take some acetone, and I'm gonna wipe up the matte surface so my top coat doesn't shrink on matte. Because sometimes when top coat lay on a super velvet surface, like really velvet matte, it can shrink. So with this step, it can eliminate that problem. And I know that a lot of people can bump into this problem when they top coat polish. Sometimes back in the day, everything is cured for 60 seconds with my product. Back in the day, when I top coat a polish like Cura Sky, when I use Cura Sky polish and I top coat it, sometimes I have a little spot like oil spot. I keep spreading out like little bubble over the nails, and doesn't matter how much I top coat, I keep having those little bubbles. And at first I think that my top coat was contaminated, but I use a new bottle and the same thing happened. So I figured it out that sometimes nail polish have a certain inhibition layer that will cause top coat to have that reaction. That doesn't mean that it's a bad gel polish. It just means that sometimes gel polish have certain ingredient that doesn't go well with top coat. And what I do is the same thing that I do with this matte. I take alcohol, don't use acetone on polish. I take alcohol and I wipe over the surface. And when I did, I top coated, everything's fine. It will cure that problem. So if you have that problem, that is a way that you can fix it. Now I'm going to take my Shine It and apply over the tips. There will be no shrinking. Everything will be nice and flawless. Apply my tips.
Thank you. Gonna go to bed before I fall asleep.
Stroke it
These
down.
classes are free. Yes, Shaz. Also, the YouTube ones are free, and also on 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗 on Instagram. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but DM us through
𝙤𝙧𝙪𝙘𝙡.
Instagram, because that's the platform where you mainly pay attention to.
Yes, all of my education are free. I do not charge for any of my education. I was doing one-on-one before, and then I charged $5,000 for a one-on-one class. It's just because they keep asking me to do one-on-one. But we stopped doing it now. It just takes too much of my time away. So now, all of my education I give out for free, so you can understand my products. You don't have to pay for education. All you need to do is practice. Practice make perfect.
Yes, Shaz, that's exactly correct for the Instagram account.
Yes. Even on TikTok, I don't have subscription or anything. You can just go in and watch any live you want.
We do that because we don't want them to have to watch commercials and disrupt.
Yeah. Subscription is really a gimmick in my eyes, but you still kind of pay for it. Right. So all my education, when I say free, I mean you can go in and just watch it. Don't have to do any trick to it. Okay, I am gonna take out my gold Pixie gels and outline it first. My gold Pixie gel. This Pixie gel doesn't need any top coat. That's why I chose to apply it on top of top coat. Since the day that I create something that doesn't need top coat, I never applied it and then top coat it. I always apply it on top of top coat. Just because I really love the embossed feel of it too.
Yeah, just put in 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗, it'll pop up.
Yeah. YouTube is at 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗. Oh, at 𝙁𝙪𝙗𝙗. YouTube is at. No,
So,
𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗𝙗. Yeah, YouTube is at 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗𝙗.
Really, either way, it really just pops up. Hello, 𝙬𝙾 Estella. Quick question for everybody on TikTok. Are you liking the dynamics of this? Because usually we don't do lives on this, but I figured out a way we can boom in as long as it is acceptable. We may continue to do both of it.
Yeah, because right now I'm doing Instagram live, but doesn't decide to take camera and just film TikTok at the same time.
They're loving it. They're loving it.
Yeah.
Loving it. Loving it. Yes,
Okay.
yes. More love.
Then I leave it to 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗 from now on to film me. While I film Instagram, 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗 can film me on TikTok.
What was it? How do I order supplies?
Supply at 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗𝙗 shop.
𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗𝙗.
Yeah.
And you won't regret it.
Okay, both on the side. Sometimes the side you need to put it a little higher just so you can see it when you stare at it directly at the nail. You can see the Pixie gel on the side. You don't have to turn your nail over. See, There's a light hint on the side. Now here.
Jenny, that gold is Pixie Gel.
Yes, it is Pixie Gels.
It is a non-white, no cleanse.
No cleanse.
No top coat.
No top coat.
Just put it on, bam, done.
Okay, now this nail, I'm gonna go around the nails.
Nice, Chloe, thank you.
Go on the side too.
Yes, we ship worldwide, including Germany, and quick, from what we've been.
Yes, you get to UK in 3 days. Okay, on the side too. Okay, Kia. Now, time for the pinky. So I already did the spider. What I'm gonna do on the pinky is a web. I'm gonna do golden webs. And somehow I gotta have this cat eye in there too, because it's pretty. So, how am I going to approach this concept? First, I know that chrome gonna be on. So immediately I have to use Teflon Matte to block chrome. And remember, Teflon Matte is not all the way cell level. So sometimes you might have a light streakness, but that doesn't really make much of a difference because when I finish, I either use matted or sanded. And later on, I will work a way to make Teflon Matte completely cell level. So it'd be like a win-win.
Win-win?
Yes. But right now, the ingredient in Teflon Matte is incredibly essential because I use it to block chrome. So the ingredient in it, I added in so it completely repel chrome. Apply 1 coat of Teflon Matte and then we'll see. Here. After you cure for 60 seconds with Teflon Matte, chrome will not stick on this surface at all. And I know you'll forget because I have 2 matte. I have matted with completely opposite than Teflon Matte. Matted absorb pigment. So things stick to matted. And thing doesn't stick to Teflon Matte. It resists. So it's completely different. And I know you forget. So I write it right here. Non-sticky to chrome powder. So you remember. Same with matted. I write it right here. Stick to pigment. So you remember what it do. Now after that cure, I'm going to start my design process, and the detail I want it to be embossed. So I'm going to use my black texture gel. Normally I would use gel pen, but this gel I create so I can emboss. I can make it thicker.
Thank you, Sammy, for the gift.
Let's see. Let's think about this. We need a... First, let's use art gel to draw our tip first. That will be our first start. So art gel can adhere chrome just like texture gel, but art gel is not for applying thick. Same with 1-stroke liner. Art gel paint, it doesn't build to paint it on really thick. Only gel that build for that. You know, texture gel or 3D jelly, you can apply it thick. So first, I need a tip using black art gel. So art gel, I am finding my focal point, which is right here. Okay.
Is the Pixie a bronze color?
Going down. This is a gold Pixie, but we do have bronze.
Tino has 15 different beautiful Pixie gel colors available.
Okay, now going down, same thing. Now, sometimes when I find my focal point, when I stare directly at the nails, that doesn't mean that it will be center. Sometimes when I flip my nail up like this, like when I turn my client hand over, sometimes it's off center. It's just the perception things. That is something that I notice when I'm designing. Sometimes my perception is up when everything is centered, especially when I work with crystal. I bump into that problem a lot. Sometimes I find it off centers. And right here, let me think about this. Okay, right here I'm gonna paint an oval. This is where my cat eye gonna be, is in here.
Do you have a bronze pixie gel, honey?
Yes, I have a bronze pixie gels. Right here.
Okay. Well, they're having trouble finding it on the website.
Oh. Let me find it. It's right here. It might be sold out. You should go on the website and you go on Pixie Gel category.
Pink line.
Okay, now I am gonna paint more gel underneath here before I use a bigger brush to stroke it out.
So right here, the bronze is there.
Okay, now I'm gonna take an oval brush.
And it says there's plenty left.
Good.
Oh, 16.
16 left?
Now you better get her. Better step it up.
Okay, 16 bronze left. I need to order more bronze. Okay, now take oval and stroke it down. The reason why I painting extra gel underneath the teardrop right here is because when I use this brush, I don't want to step over the boundary. So I need a lot of room down here so I can stroke it down. Okay, now after that, this, I painted a spider web pattern right here on top. One line going down. One line on this one. Another line on this one. Same thing here, one line on this one. Another line on this one. And then draw in your spider web. 1, 2, 3. Remember, everything have to be symmetrical, so it'd be a smart idea to work on this side while you iron the other side, just to make sure that it's cohesive. 2, 3. Now, again, working with the space in the middle here. Going in. Same with this side. There. Now you can cure. After you cure, you can rub on chrome. So for this, I want to use a gold chrome. See this? You can tell that I use a lot of gold chrome. See, missing spot right in there. Okay, rub on this gold chrome.
So, Jennifer Dappen, so you never stop learning, but Tino is 16 years into the learning process at this point.
Yes, and I'm still learning. I never stop learning. It's crucial you always learn, because now it's fashion. Fashion of moving quicker than we think it is. One day you're in, next day you're out. So you have to keep on learning. It's inevitable. Okay, now it's time to rub on gold chrome. And you see the power of Teflon Matte. See my background completely chrome free. That's why I put on Teflon Matte first, so it doesn't get on the nude, because you don't want to be dodging the nude. So apply one layer of Teflon Matte and then apply this on. Completely clean. Now I'm going to dust it. Make sure you use a fluffy brush instead of a harsh brush, so it doesn't scratch a chrome.
Laura.
Remember, dust it thoroughly. And you can be done right here, or you can do more. I would like to use some texture, so I will get my black texture gels. Open this. And dip it into my black textures, and I will add texture right down here.
Jennifer, if you just watch some of the tutorials Tino's got on YouTube or Instagram, you will get a shortcut to success.
Yes. All the product is made for you to just work for you. That is one of my mission, is product that work for people, so they don't have to practice much. They can just understand layers. And most people think that when I design like this, I teaching them the design, but not really. If you can learn the design, that's great, but I'm teaching you technique. Meaning I'm teaching you what the product do. So you don't have to do a spider. You can just do like a flower or anything you like, as long as you understand the layers.
So, Bell and Silva, you can purchase the products at tinovo.shop. Thank you, Tara.
This is like thick, so it's embosses.
Embosses? I feel like you just made that word up.
Hear this.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Maria says there's over 375 free live tutorials on YouTube.
Yeah, and I just only do this for like more than a year. We still have many left. We have a long way now journey. I want to get to like 5,000 live before I retire. Okay. So after that done, I'm going to rub on my gold chrome again on the textures. And then CatEye is next. See this spider belly? I use in CatEye. My magnetic CatEye, and that is one of my new colors. Haven't have it on the website yet, but it's available in Beauty Show. I will have it on soon. Okay, let's chrome this. Dust it off. So now it's embossed. Make sure you dust very thoroughly, because you don't want your chrome to become glittery when you apply top coat. Now, this magnetic CatEye is called Lucky Green.
Lucky?
I have green, which is available on the website, but Lucky Green have more colors, more green colors than just green. Green is kind of like a lime colors. Lucky Green, I'm going to apply it in here. And I'm going to magnetize it right after.
We should name it Leprechaun Luck.
It's already named. Okay, now. Oh, the set, you mean? You mean the set?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to magnetize all around on all sizes. On end. Then I'm going to keyer. Actually, I'm going to push this bottom up a little bit so you can see the contrast. And then keyer. Okay, what I did next, because since I use stained glass gel number 10 for my jade marble, I will use stained glass gel number 10 for the spider belly too. Like this one, I use stained glass gel number 10 on the green. I do the same on here. I put stained glass gel number 10 right in here, just so it's matched. And if you don't have green magnetic cat eye, you can take other magnetic cat eye like Moonlight Effect gel, and then you can just put green on. Hear this? You can just put stained glass on also. Okay, it's time for top coat. So, again, there is several ways to top coat this. You can either shine everything or matte everything. Now, what I want is a beige nude to be matte, and I want all the chrome detail to be shiny. Let's wait for that to cure first. Okay, now I want everything in the background to stay matte and top coat to be shiny. So what I do, my strategy is I put matte on first over everything. And then I will take shine and I will shine back the chrome details like that. So people ask me, people say, well, Tino, instead of put matte on everything, because the background already matte, instead of put matte on everything, can you just take shine and just apply on the gold only? You can, but let me tell you what's going to happen if you do that. So imagine this palette right here is a matte surface already, right? The beige nude, the background. Imagine this brush right here is your chrome line, okay? So my way is to take matte, top coat, apply on everything first. And then I will take shine and apply on just the chrome line. So people ask me, well, instead of put matte on everything, can you just take shine and apply on the chrome line? You can. You can just skip the matte and apply shine on just a chrome line. But the thing is that top coat will only stay on the chrome line. And when your client go home, in about a few hours, the chrome will chips right away. So if you were to choose this route, instead of just apply on the chrome line, you have to go out and go on to the background so it can trap the chrome line. So now you have matte background, you have chrome line, and you have a little bit of shine layer on both sides of the chrome line. It's very unattractive. So that's why I put matte on first to make sure everything is sealed. Then I can just trace back the shine with the chrome line, and that is how you can make your chrome design last forever. Beautiful and functional at the same time. If you skip these matte layers and just straight shine on the chrome line, it will chip on you. That means your client can only enjoy it for just a few hours. They come back, they complain, you will lose your business. So I take matte, apply all over the surface like this. All over the nail surface.
Thank you, Danny Nails, for the gift.
When you're done, cure. 60-second cure. Okay. Now after cure, I'm gonna put shine it on top. Okay, cure the matte. Okay, now before I would shine it on, see now everything is matte. Before I would shine it on, I would take acetone or alcohol and I will gently wipe over the matte surface. And the reason why I do this because sometimes shine, when it stay on super velvet matte background, it can shrink because the background of the matte is so staticky. It can shrink your shine. So by doing this, it will solve the problems. Now I can just take my coloring brush, dip in with my shine top coat on the palette, and I can trace back the shine.
So, do you have brush bundles on the store?
Right now, I don't have brush bundles because I'm still working on my brush collection.
So no.
Yeah, to complete it.
Later on.
Then, top coat everything. See the chrome still shiny as ever, and that is why I use a small particle chrome. Because when you use a chrome that have too big of a particle, what happens is when I apply matte on, it can bleed my chrome. It can make it glittery also. That's why small particle chrome are very important. I flash cure the tip, so then I can work on the web. And you don't need much top coat for this because you're not encapsulating this or you're not making this emboss. You just literally build it, or you just literally reshine it, that's all. So just minimum amount of top coat and just reshine all the matte chrome details. And cure. And one more thing, just because I want to make the cat eye a little more embossed, I'm going to use a 3D element for the cat eyes to make it like a gems. Okay, take it out. So now everything is clear. You can be done right here. What I want is to make this piece right here more embossed, so it stand out. And that is when I need to use 3D jelly. Okay, to make it embossed. I'm taking out 3D jelly. Using a coloring brush, I dip just a small amount of 3D jelly in. And what I do, hold on, let me adjust in the camera angles. So what I do is I dip my coloring brush in a small amount of 3D jelly and I paint it over my oval gems right here. Just a thin amount, because when it's thin, you can work in all the edges. You can make everything in line. Everything is nice and neat. If you have too much gel on your brush, it'll be very difficult to paint all over the gem like this and keep it nice and neat. So just a thin amount. Keep it wet. Do not cure that. Have your flash cure handy. Now what you need to do, so this layer right here, I'm gonna pick up a really big bead of gel and I'm gonna lather over this. And this thin layer gonna help that bead spread out to its perimeter. So this layer I call a slip layer. And this next layer I call a built layer. See, I pick up a lot of gels, but not too much that is overflow. Just enough, and I'm gonna lather on this now. Release and lather it on. Gonna help me build the nails. And flash cure 1, 2, 3. The reason why you need a flash cure, because when you first drop the build layer on top of the slip layer, it's gonna spread out, right? But if you're not careful, it can collapse on you. So at this point, you cannot trust your client. You're gonna send the nail into the lamp. They can brush a hair. They can take too long to put it in. Anything can happen. That's why you need a flash cure for building 3D layer on top of the surface. You need flash cure so you can seal the deal. You only need a few seconds. Then you can, now it's stable. You can send this nail into the lamp. Look at how beautiful.
Crisp.
Now it looks like actual gems on the nails. Cure and be done. Later on, I'm gonna add crystal on this. Can you hand me the design sample, honey?
This. So I'm pushing for Lucky Leprechaun on the green spider.
Oh, you want to name it Lucky Leprechaun? Maybe a Lucky Jade or Spider of Fortune. I have a really hard time naming this set because it's really elegant. Even if it's spider, it's really elegant.
Jade Opulence.
Jade Opulence is acceptable. That's pretty. That's a pretty name.
Lucky Webs.
Lucky Web.
I like that a lot.
That's a winner.
That's a winner.
Now I have to remember it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Lucky Web. I'm actually going to write it on here so I don't forget.
Okay.
Lucky Web. I like that. And it's so simple. I don't know why I didn't think of it. It's so simple. Lucky Web. I love it.
Well, you were in the middle of figuring out how to make it.
Okay, I'm going to put this one on. 3D jelly don't need any top coat. Just don't touch it immediately. When you use clear texture gel or 3D jelly, when you first cure it, you don't touch it immediately. Give it like a few minutes for it to cool down before you start rubbing your hand all over it. And this is the finish of the third set. These are the last two sets. I don't want to start out green immediately. So I am going to start out this set. It's very simple and really pretty in my opinion. This is Mahogany Luxe. So it's like a wood, mahogany wood textures. But I'm using a very special technique. It's called a stained glass technique over chrome. I'm going to do that next. I'm going to take out these now.
I love it.
Okay, I'm going to put this on. Mahogany Luxe. And the nude that I'm going to use with this design will be Beige Nude. Another one of my favorite color for fall. Beige Nude. I'm going to use that to pair with the wood textures. So for Instagram, for TikTok can stay there, but Instagram I will get off Instagram and then get back to do another live.
I don't have to click off things. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye Instagram. I will see you in just a few seconds. So if you're watching on Instagram, when I log out, you log out with me, and then you come back in about 5 seconds. All right? Before, can you hand me the WhatsApp group so I can show Instagram? If you haven't joined yet, this is a group that you can join. So every time that I go on live stream, I go into this WhatsApp group to alert people. So if you haven't joined yet, you can join. And then every time that I have sale, I also put coupon code on here. You can join this. Let me show TikTok.
Perfect.
Right here. You can join this group. Okay. Now I'm going to get off Instagram. So Instagram, when I get up with me, and then you can go back in about 5 seconds. Bye-bye, Instagram.
TikTok, while we're sitting here.